They have tied me to a stake, I cannot fly, but bear-like I must fight the course. What sees that was not born of woman, such a one I am to fear more.
What is thy name?
Thou will be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest, abhorrent tyrant, with my sword, I'll prove the lie thou speakest.
Thou wast born of a woman, but swords I smile at. Weapons laughed to scorn, brandished by man, that's of a woman born.
Away the noises, tyrant, show thy face. If thou be slain with no stroke of mine, my wife and children ghosts will haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched kerns, whose arms are hired to bear their stays. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword, with an unbattered edge, I sheath again undeeded. There thou shouldst be, by this great clatter of one greatest note, sees brooded. Let me find him, fortune, and more I beg not.
This way, my lord. The castle is gently rentered. The tyrant's people on both sides do fight. The noble thanes do bravely in the war. The day almost itself professes yours, and little is to do.
We have met with foes that strike beside us.
Enter, sir, the castle.
Cut.
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on my own sword, while I see lives the gashes do better upon them?
Turn them, turn.
Of all men else I have avoided thee. Get me back, my sword's too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword. Thou bloodier villain than trench to give thee out.
Thou losest labor, as easy mayst thou be entrenchant air with thy keen sword impress as made me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born.
Spare thy charm. Let the age of whom thou hast still served tell thee. Macduff was born from his mother's womb. What time we read?
Cursed be that tongue that tells me so. Cowed of man, that falter with us in a double sense, that keep the word of promise to our ears, and break it to our hope. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the show and gaze of time. We'll have thee as our rare monsters are, painted upon a pole and underwood. Here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited with the rabble's curse. Though Burnham would become the Dunstan name, and thou oppose being of no woman born, yet I will try the last. Before my body and I throw my warlike shield, lay on Macduff, and be damned, be him the first cries holding on.
I would the friends we miss were safe arrived.
Some must go off, and yet by these I see, so great a day as this is chiefly odd.
Macduff is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived but till he was a man, the which no sooner had his powers performed in the unshrinking station where he fought, but like a man he died.
Then is he dead?
Aye, and brought up the field. Your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end.
Had he his hurts before?
Aye, on the front.
Why then, God's soldier be he, had I as many sons as I have hairs, I would not wish them to a fairer death, and so his knell is known.
He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him.
He's worth no more. They say he parted well and paid his score, and so God be with him. Here comes newer comfort.
Hail, King, for so thou art. Behold, where stands the usurper's cursed head. The time is free. I see that compassed with thy kingdom's pearl, that speak my salutation in their minds. Whose voices I desire thou with mine. Hail, King of Scotland.
Hail, King of Scotland.
We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves, and make us even with you. My thanes and kinsmen henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland, and such an honoured name. What's more to do, which would be planted newly with time, as calling home our exiled friends abroad, that fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who, as 'tis thought, by self and violent hands, took off her life, this, and what needful else, that calls upon us by the grace of grace. We will perform in measure, time and place. So thanks to all at once, and each one, whom we invite to see as crowned as scone.